Okay, you guys, what is up? The King of Lightning is here today to Hunter x Hunter 2011 episode 79 review. So, of course, before I get started, look down in the description below for the link to this week's episode of Hunter x Hunter and a little bit of a disclaimer. No Japanese company, corporation, or network has any claim to this video. The thumbnail is the original photo, which belongs to no Japanese company, corporation, or network. The visuals are me. They do not own me. They do not own me. And of course, the audio is me speaking over a soundtrack or a homemade soundtrack. They do not own my voice. This video follows the rules and regulations provided by Google/YouTube. Now, this week's episode of Hunter x Hunter. A lot of progress. Like a lot of progress, right? No character development. When it came to, there was really no, actually, no, not really, because there's a little bit for Colt, and then we get the personalities of some of the other chimeras of the squadron leaders, and that's pretty much it. But nothing too monumental when it comes to character development standpoint. When it comes to animation, of course, as usual, pretty damn good animation, pretty solid. When it comes to the pacing, good pacing, but there was a lot of story progression. Even though the pacing was, moderately okay, it was good pacing, there was a lot of progression, and I did like that a lot. First of all, we now see that there are actually, the squadron leaders have been given names, and because they were already established, not the names, but the leaders were already established last episode. And now we get to see what they name themselves. So when it comes to the main squadron leader, right, like the first humanoid chimera, his name is Colt, all right. And then of course the little penguin guy, his name is Pengi. There's some Chi-looking guy, his name is Chitu. There is a woman, a scorpion type woman, who is actually very reminiscent of the lady that was in Tengen Toppa Gurren Lagann, one of the 4 generals of the Spiral King, but whatever. And her name is Zazan. Then there's another person named he's a chameleon, and I think his name is Melion or Meliorion, some of that nature. I forgot the exact name, but the main person that when it comes to the squadron leaders that we need to take a note is this guy called Yujin. All right, and Yujin or Yuju, this person, all right, he is completely deviating from the original plan, which was to provide the queen nutrition and 50 humans a day. This guy, he's on I'm gonna kill these humans because I can. The humans that are in fact, the humans that were fighting against the chimeras with the guns, he's on a mission to kill all of them. Well, quote unquote, according to Pengi, according to the chameleon, I'm gonna call him Mel. All right, I'm gonna call him Mel for short because his real name escapes me. But the chameleon guy, Mel, he told the rest of the squadron leaders that Yujin, he wants to make these guys his pet, these people with the guns. So the people who actually are who are part of the underground operation for the DD, or it's weird because it's called DD, but it's called DA. But there's kind of a weird hyphen over the A, so it's I don't know, but whatever. It's called DD. And apparently they're part of the group. So when it comes to the DD thing, it's kind of well, I want to go and talk to them. He actually follows these guys to their base, all the while with him and another person, and they're killing all these people. They're systematically killing all these people. This guy, he's merciless. There's actually a point in time where he actually steps on this guy's head, yo, fuck you. And then there's blood everywhere. There's blood, just and people are dying on the spot. And then Yujin actually he actually winds up cornering the people to their base. It's some big ass mountain, and in the mountain there's actually holes in the mountain, actually caverns in the mountain. So Yujin, and so the main thing that's very important here, right, is that the individualism that comes from the human genome, that comes from the human aspect, is actually being transmitted to the actual the chimeras, and they're starting to think and act for themselves as opposed to actually serve the queen like mindless drones. And that's a problem. I mean, Colt, he's at the problem. And Colt, he's different because Colt, he comprises of two kids, and he's very loyal and very faithful because the child, like the boy who saved his sister or tried to protect his sister who died, he was actually a very loyal and faithful kid. So that aspect, you know, jumps over to Colt. So what we see here is very important, where we see that the direct attributes of the humans that were eaten get transferred over to the chimeras that actually grow up with the same genome. So that's very important, very, you know, to keep in mind. So right there, like that whole entire, because like, again, like, so what we can expect is that Yujin, when he was actually a human being, he was merciless, he was ruthless, he was an asshole, and when he died and then he got eaten and then he was made into a chimera, well, that attribute changed over, and then he's now slaughtering humans for, simply put, fun. So he can make them as the pets, and, you know, again, he's deviating from the actual plan, and that's a problem. But aside from that, all right, so right there, that whole entire skit is actually good. In my opinion, it's actually really good because it shows you just how things may not, and probably not, are going to go according to the Queen's wishes. Because if her squadron leaders are acting individually, that's a problem. Because she said that she needs 50 humans a day for consumption, and so she can feed the king. So that's very important. Now when it comes to second thing is very simple, all right? We see that the main group, all right? We see, and the main group consists of, I forgot what her name was, but the little girl, like the little black girl, of course, Kite, Gon, Killua, and the cooking guy. Those are the 5 guys that are actually in the NGL right now. The rest of the group, they're not in the NGL. And the reason why is because there's like extraordinarily strict guidelines in order to get to the NGL. Like it's insane. First of all, when it comes to getting into the NGL, you can have no metals, no plastics, no chemicals, anything that is considered like unnatural, you cannot bring in. Okay, that includes certain type of cloth and clothing. That includes glasses. That includes probably contacts, hats, a gum, and so on and so forth. If it's unnatural, you can't bring it. And if you have like certain attachments or enhancements or certain, like for example, if you have a prosthetic leg, or if you have fillings in your teeth, if you have bolts in like your arm or something of that nature, enhancements, gold, silver, you cannot bring these shits in. And if they are attached to your body physically, like for example, if you're an old man and if you have a pacer, then you can't come in because it's unnatural. And that's the way it is. So it's very strict. They're like, yo, you're not getting in, bro. So they take, so like if their guidelines are so strict in order to get inside the country, it makes you wonder how in the hell could this company or this underground function, the DD, how could they bring in guns and all these things when the guidelines are extraordinarily strict? They're like, whoa, like you guys aren't letting anything into the NGL, like nothing, donut. So again, like that's gonna probably tie in because it does tie in because they're right now in an epidemic, all right? And the guys in front, they're so lax. Like, yeah, like even if people are getting killed, it's the, you know, it's the way of nature. It's like, no, motherfucker, fight to survive. And it's like, the problem is that this epidemic is gonna spread throughout the entire Mitanni, throughout the entire Mitanni union if it's not, you know, taken care of now. And that's why we have, apparently, according to the driver of the actual truck, apparently he took 10 other groups there. So we have like 10 other hunter factions that are right now in the NGL, a majority of them being magical beast hunters, and they're trying to figure out what's going on here in this in this country. So that's very important. And then we see like Gon, Killua, Kite, and like we see them like deducing like what's going on. And basically, at the end of the day, Kite has a gut feeling. He feels in his heart of hearts like, yeah, yo, they're here. I know they're here. And by the way, I failed to point this out earlier in my earlier reviews, but you know, Kite's voice actor, Shanks, yo, listen, man, yo, it's good, it's very good. So that's number 2. And number 2 also, I'll give it okay plus because, actually no, yeah, okay plus because They just got there, you know, like they haven't done anything of monument yet, but they just got there. Now they're gonna go and actually try and elaborate on trying to find the chimeras and see what's going on. So that's number 2. And number 3 is the last thing, and it involves the other group that's there. And by the way, and that of course consists of Pokil, Ponzu, and then his 2 other companions. Now, you guys are right about that. Because I was too sure if Ponzu was actually there, and yeah, you guys are right. Like, she was actually there. So, for those of you guys who actually mentioned that in last episode review, thank you. I appreciate that. Now, basically, amongst the groups that we know, well, amongst the 2 groups that got there, they confront the chimeras first. All right, they confront the chimeras first, and now they're in a situation where they're pretty much on the run. Like, because and the thing about Ponzu, I mean, not Ponzu, Poco. Well, actually, no, both Ponzu and Poco, is that they're nowhere near going to Killua level. They're not, obviously. They haven't gone through the training and the, you know, because when they were training for a long time with Biscuit and Greed Island, a long time to hone their skills, and it pays off. It really does. But Poco, you know, being smart, he realized that if in fact, because when they were examining a body of one of the DD members, he said, if in fact a creature did this, that is the size of a human being, then with our current group, we can't handle them. We can't handle them. Because, you know, Ponzu's not even a hunter. So, it's like, I mean, the other 2 guys, I believe that they're actual hunters. I think so. But her, she's not a hunter. She's not. So, well, yeah, like, she never actually, like, completed the exam. But the thing about it is that, you know, she has that ability where she's going to communicate to other hunters in the area, like, yeah, because, like, she has her bees. And so when we see the preview of the episode for next week, we see, like, Gold and Killua, they actually get a bee from her. Because they confronted actual chimeras, and now they're on the run, they're on the defensive. So, and that's the episode overall. So the episode overall is actually a good episode. The pacing is actually very nice and smooth. Now, the thing about it is, you saw the koala, right? When it comes to the Chameleon guy's group, because he's a squad leader, one of his soldiers, not one, because like normally the soldiers that we see so far are like big, twisted chimera, like bug fish, like, you know, like they don't speak, they kind of chatter and blah blah blah. But one of the soldiers we see is an actual, like, you know, speaking, literate and very intelligent koala. Listen to me, man. Keep an eye on the koala, alright? This dude is, he's deep. He's very deep. He's very, very, very deep. And you're like, whoa, like this guy goes deep. So, like, especially towards the end of the arc. When it comes to the end of the arc, he says something that's actually, he says something that I will never forget. I will never, ever, ever forget it. As long as I live, I will never forget what this guy said. Like, that's how deep this guy is. So, keep in mind that this guy, even though he's a soldier, he's very knowledgeable and very articulate when it comes to his reasoning and his purpose when it comes to him being a soldier for the queen and him serving, and so on and so forth. So, but I'm done with that. So, episode overall, I'll give it a good, and I'm signing out. Be sure, of course, rate, comment, and subscribe as always. Peace. Have a nice day.